purpose for this video is to go over the rules for Twin State Position Grappling, headed by Twin State Martial Arts Association. Our purpose for this grappling division is to provide an introductory grappling experience for martial arts schools maybe that haven't gone to grappling divisions before, competitions, and they're looking to kind of get their feet wet, so to speak, in that world. And it's a chance for different martial arts schools to be able to come together and compete in a safe manner. Every grappling organization is slightly different when it comes to their rule set. So my recommendation is do your research, whether it's IBJJF, NAGA, Grappling Industries, or even the Good Fight. Most of the rules they have across the board are pretty universal, but there are some slightly that differ, such as what takedowns are allowed, points scored in certain positions, and whether or not they allow certain submissions. So my advice is please do your research. This video is going to go along with the paper copy that we've put together. So while some of you might have had the paper copy and you still have questions, I'm hoping this video will help answer those questions. If you need a copy of the rules itself, please feel free to email myself. I'll have my email at the end of this video, or you can also reach out to Twin State Martial Arts Association and they will get a copy of the rules to you as well. So as I stated in the introduction, our mission for this division is to provide an introduction to grappling, especially to other schools where grappling might not be their main focus, like a jiu-jitsu school might be. I'm going to go over the basic outline of what the division is going to be. The ages are going to be from ages 4 to 17 right now. We haven't had any adult divisions yet at this time. That may change in the future. But basic dress code on what you're going to need and what the proper attire is. No jewelry is going to be allowed. So see how I have rings? Before I can compete, I have to take off all jewelry. That includes watches as well. And any piercings I might have. They have to come out prior to division. Glasses, but have to come off as well. Unless you have some glasses that are like goggles where they're reinforced for heavy contact, those may be allowed. That's going to depend on the arbitrator of the tournament as well as the referee at that time. Other things to consider that you are going to need that are must-haves, you have to have a mouth guard. Some divisions can be a little bit more lax on it than others, but because this is a close contact event and there's a lot of movement, you have to have a mouth guard for safety reasons. Whether it's a single mouth guard, double mouth guard, your choice, whatever you are comfortable with. As far as proper attire goes, you need to have a t-shirt. It must be tucked in, or you can have a rash guard, whichever. You could do both like I have here. I have a long sleeve rash guard and a t-shirt over top. That is fine, as long as the t-shirt's appropriate and there's no foul language on it, of course. And t-shirt must be tucked in. You must have gi pants. Color doesn't matter. In this case, I'm wearing blue jiu-jitsu gi pants, but gi pants, whether they're karate pants, jiu-jitsu pants, judo pants, you need to have gi pants. And as far as belt, your belt's not necessarily required for the division because you're either going to be, at the time of competition, you'll be wearing either a blue belt or a red belt. This will help determine which opponent you are. And this is how you're going to score points. We'll cover points later on in this video, but this is how the referee can easily determine who scores what for points. Each round is going to be one of 2 times. For most all rounds will be 1 minute and 30 seconds. For the championship round for first and second place, it's going to be 2 minutes per division. At the end of that time, when the timer goes up, whichever opponent has the most points at the end of that round will win. Other things to consider for that I forgot to mention also, making sure that your fingernails and toenails are trimmed. We don't want anyone getting scratched. No open sores allowed, and you must be barefoot for the competition. No footwear is allowed either. And if you have long hair, A hair tie is recommended, just because sometimes long hair can get snagged as we roll. Rings are going to be roughly 16 by 16 feet in dimensions and are mainly going to be puzzle mats. We'll cover over what the do's and don'ts of takedowns are also later in this video. Hi there everyone, Adam Beckley here with my friend Sensei DJ at Vermont Martial Arts Academy, the Manchester branch. We're going to be covering over some of the legal techniques for position grappling with you in this segment. So, first things first, on the illegal techniques, we're not going to be doing any kind of eye gouging whatsoever. So as we're grappling and stuff, I'm not poking into the eyes, I'm not pulling on the ears. I'm not going to go put my fingers in his mouth with like a fish hook. We're not doing any of that. There's no fish hooks allowed. No strikes or punches of any kind at all. And of course, absolutely no submission attempts at all. If he puts me into like a submission here, absolutely none at all. You'll be given a warning on your first attempt, and then on your second attempt, if he did it a second time, I would be awarded, he would lose 2 points, and I would gain 2 points, and then after the third time, he would be disqualified. Absolutely no grabbing of the shirt at all. You may grab the belt and the gi pants though. So if we're sparring and I'm here and I'm trying to go for maybe like a flower sweep, I can grab the gi pants here, I can grab the belt and work my sweep from here. That is made legal for this year. We're going to use our partner here, Jim Bob, for our next portion. Absolutely no slams of any kind. So what's a slam? It can be, sometimes it starts out as a takedown. Maybe I'm here and I have this double leg and he's resisting, and I lift up and I slam him down. That's an automatic disqualification. No slams of any kind whatsoever. We want to make sure this is a safe competition, and I don't want anyone walking away getting hurt. So no slams of any kind. Another example of a slam could be something like the hip throw, where I might throw him in the air and land right on him. That is also going to be considered illegal. This is a jiu-jitsu competition, not a judo competition. Okay? Another takedown that we're going to outlaw is the scissor leg takedown. Not to be confused with the scissor sweep. The scissor sweep that's done from the guard, that's okay. The scissor leg takedown, why we outlaw in position grappling for Twin State, is because of how dangerous it can be. I'm going to be coming out to the side here, and some of you might practice this in your gym. I'm going to post here, come up, here, and scissor. A lot of jiu-jitsu competitions will outlaw this because you can destroy someone's knee, you could hurt yourself. So we are going to be using alternate takedowns that are much safer. Double leg, single leg's fine. Drop Seonagi is fine, just so long as we're not hurting our partners. And training competitors as we take them down. Another thing to keep in mind, we want this to be a positive experience. So no foul language, no poor sportsmanship. Like, if you lose, I don't want you upset like this. I really don't want parents or coaches to be angry and yelling and screaming at the referee. The referee's trying to do their job to make sure it's safe for all competitors. And we want this to be a positive experience for everyone, not just the competitors, but those watching as well. Thank you very much. We're going to be going over all the different points that you can score for position grappling. DJ, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, sir.
All right, so we're going to start by going in what are the 2-point categories. So I'll give examples on what those are, but takedown, sweeps, and any side control category position are considered 2 points. So I'll give we'll give a visual example of that. So takedowns, whatever I do, whether it's a double leg, single leg, I have to get that takedown from a standing position. If we are kneeling like this, and I do something like this, This isn't technically a takedown because he wasn't standing. He has to be standing. Now, if he is standing up over me, and I can go for maybe like, if I'm kneeling, I go for a low leg single, or if I come up and get a takedown like this, like a double leg, and take the person down, then that's instantly 2 points scored. Immediately, the moment I get that takedown. The same can also be said for a sweep. A sweep is done whenever my legs are involved in a guard. There are several different types of guards. Close guard is the most classic. We also have butterfly guard, half guard. There's also open guards too. Maybe he's standing over me. Anytime I have a guard in place, where I'm using my feet to kind of protect myself, this is considered a type of guard. So I could even do, say, the hook sweep here, where I come here, I pull, immediately 2 points. There's no counting for that time. It's 2 points instantly. Our 3-point category, also so side control, before I forget. So side control, standard side mount, here, like so. There's also kesekatami. There's also reverse kesekatami. And there's also scarf hold position, where I grab the thigh here and my head's down. So those are all our 2-point categories. The 3-point category, any guard pass you perform. So a guard pass, it can be, we'll cover in the next section. But basically, that's something that's awarded immediately. If I'm here and I have some type of quote, maybe I have close guard on him, and he gets past my legs, the moment he gets past my legs into a down position, automatically 3 points. Immediately, 3 points are earned. Now we go into the 4-point category. Mount. So DJ here has to get both knees over into mount position. There's also modified mount, where if I turn on my side, this is modified mount. He has to hold this for a minimum of 3 seconds. Just like in side control, hold for 3 seconds, you earn those points. You earn 4 points. And then lastly, the back take position. Also worth 4 points. Probably face the camera here for me, Sensei DJ. In order to start counting for points, I have to have both my hooks in. Well, it's recommended you have a seatbelt as well. You have to have both hooks in order for it to count. For the countdown, you have to hold for a minimum of 3 seconds, and you'll be awarded 4 points. So if I'm here and I have one hook out, this doesn't count. I have to get both hooks in order to get the countdown for my 4 points. Thank you. This next section, we're going to cover over the position categories. Something that I have a lot of people ask me about is how can we build up our points? It's important to understand that we're transitioning to different positional categories when we're scoring our points. So I'll give an example. DJ, I'll have you lie down here for me, sir. Thank you very much. So a classic example, we have what's called the side control category. All right? Everything in the side control category is going to be your standard side mount or side control, kesekatami, reverse kesekatami, another one that we didn't cover in that last position, knee on belt. Now, if I am scored, for instance, I have to transition to another category in order to earn more points. Once I'm here for side control, and I get 1, 2, 3, all right, I earn 2 points. I can't go to this and stack and get like 1, 2, 3. It doesn't work that way. Because I'm not taking a lot of chance here when I'm just sliding here to here. It's also the same if I come to here. Now, if I'm in knee on belly, I hold, for example, I hold this for 3 seconds. 1,
2, 3. Okay, Adam gets 2 points. Awesome. Then I transition to another category. I'm in the mount category. 1, 2, 3. Now I've earned 4 more points. This also works the same as if I start in mount and I get my 4 points. If he turns on his side and I go to modified mount, I'm still in that mount category. It's only when I transition to either back to the side control category, and then I can 1, 2, 3, and get 2 more points. Or if we're here, say for example, he's in mod, he turns to modify, turns this way, and I'm here, and I get my seatbelt, and I take his back from here. Back, get both hooks in, 1, 2, 3. Now I've gotten 4 points. Why? Because I went to a different position category. Thank you. So what we're going to cover now is what constitutes a guard pass, as I have a lot of people asking about this. So, just like we explained earlier, the guard is whenever I am using my legs. Just the same as when I'm using a sweep. A sweep can be used in a variety of ways, and some people might constitute it as a takedown. When I am using my legs for anything at all, that's going to be considered a sweep. So it could be something as simple as the dummy sweep, where I scoot in and cut behind the ankles and push. That's considered a sweep. Why? Because I use my legs in such a way in my guard. Also the same if I have TJ here in closed guard, and I take him with a scissor sweep. I used my legs, okay? So now, just in that point, I'm going to show some examples of how DJ can pass my guard. A guard pass can be complicated, fancy, and also be just really simple. Maybe he, one example I see a lot, say Sensei DJ just got me in a takedown. And he's here, and my legs are kind of here right now. This is still a guard. Even if my legs are flat, I'm still activating a guard. Even if my legs are flat like this, this is still technically a guard. The moment he steps and gets past my legs, that's automatically a guard pass. Automatically. 3 points. There's no waiting on that, no counting. 3 points automatically the moment he gets past my legs. If, however, though, he's trying to pass, and I put up a knee, and I post a knee here, and he's pressing in to try and get that down position, my leg is still here. I still have an active guard going. So therefore, he can't be awarded the 2 points for side control because my knee is still there. He has to get this knee out of the way and down. Even if my hands are here in front of me, he has passed my guard now, and that constitutes a guard pass. It can also be as simple as this. If DJ lies down flat and his legs are just flat, and I'm here and I just go like this, boop, boop, that is a guard pass, even if he wasn't activating his legs. This is still a guard. He still can activate his legs, or should. If he chooses not to, well, he's just choosing to use this as his guard. Okay, the moment I step that over, guard pass. Thank you. So what we're going to cover next is we're going to cover what happens if competitors were to go out of bounds, either based on just sparring in general, rolling, or performing a sweep or a takedown that ends out of bounds. We're going to use this belt here as our boundary line. So imagine this is the edge of the ring, okay? Here's the inside of the ring where Sensei DJ and I are. Here's the outside where the floor is, okay? Now, I'll have Sensei DJ do a takedown. Maybe I'm near the edge of the ring, and he does a takedown up. And we end up going outside the ring. Referee will pause the time, say stop, and he's going to bring us back in the center of the ring, and he's going to put us in the position that we ended when we fell out of the ring. And then he'll say go from there. Because Sensei DJ did a takedown where I ended outside the ring, he will not be awarded the 2 points that he should have earned. Had he been in the center of the ring and gotten a takedown and didn't go out of bounds, he would have gotten the 2 points. But because he went outside of the ring, no points will be awarded. The same can also be done for if I do the sweep to Sensei DJ. If we're here and I do, let's say for instance, I do a hip bump sweep. He's here down kneeling and I'm here, and for whatever reason he's posturing up and I do hip bump and we end outside the ring. The referee will pause us, say stop, pause the time, bring the competitors back in the center. And I will not be awarded a sweep, but if I'm in a dominant position, I start whatever position I ended in when we went out of bounds. So the moment the ref says go, if I'm in a dominant position, whether it's mount or side control, I can still get those positional points, but I did not earn the sweep points. Also, another thing to consider as we're rolling, if we roll out of bounds, and we're just rolling in general, maybe we're not doing takedowns or anything like that at all, and I'm here, and we're just like this, and just go out for whatever reason, stop, ref stops it, he brings us back in the middle, and he's going to line us up the very best he can based on how he saw us when we ended out of the ring, which is roughly about here, here, and then he's going to start the timer again and say go. Thank you. Hi there, everyone. Next thing that we're going to cover is what happens to competitors reach a stalemate, where they're using strength or whatever position, they just get tied up and nothing's really going anywhere. So one example of this could be is if I have Sensei DJ in closed guard, and I have him here in this position, and we're just in tight, and I'm holding like this, and he's trying to move around and whatnot, and nothing's really happening. I'm not really taking initiative in doing sweeps. Part of what you should do in position grappling is try and rack up as many points as you can. I'm just trying to play it safe here. Maybe I'm ahead on points, and I'm just trying to run out the clock. It's not advised, because you get into what's called a stalemate here, where nothing's really happening. So a referee will make determination whether or not the competitors are in what's called a stalemate. If that happens, then the referee will stop the time and will say, hey, you guys are in a stalemate, we're going to reset in the sumo position. So then when we reset, we let go, and we're going to sit kneeling in front of each other, just like this, and then we can go from this position. Now, if we start wrestling again, we start grappling, again, just like we explained in the beginning, this isn't going to be a takedown. Why? Because Sensei DJ wasn't standing. If you choose to stand, you run the risk of getting taken down. Like right here, there's a double leg that Sensei DJ can get. He just got 2 points, and he gets another 2 points for side control in this case. So do keep that in mind. When you reset and you reset in sumo position, if you do stand up, you run the risk of getting swept or taken down, and that's going to give your competitor a chance to get those 2 points. So choose wisely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If I wasn't able to answer your question on the video by the end of this, and you still have further questions, please feel free to email me. I will have my email at the end of this video. You can contact me with that question, and I'll do my best to answer it. Again, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you for this Twin State season.